Hello, everybody. It is your girl Abundant Lei back with another daily collective. Sorry about not coming on yesterday. I was getting ready to get on a cruise, and so I was doing my last minute finishing up and getting myself together. But that is for another day. Let's see what our split deck energy is. Okay, we got longing and chasing. So we have craving, aching, wanting, and then we have chasing, which is pursuit, toxicity, resilience. I don't know why my brain wanted to put those two words together, but it tried, and it did not succeed. All right. Oh, too many cards and nothing fit. And happy Juneteenth. Yep. Y'all see my shirt? Okay. I am in the spirit. This cruise is so fun. It is my first one of many. I am so tired after everything that occurred yesterday. Okay, we got a card finally. Okay. Yep. What have I been up to though? I hope y'all are celebrating Juneteenth in your most favorite way. It's also one of my really, oh my goodness, y'all. I'll take that one card that flipped out. Today is one of my very, very good friends' birthdays. So happy birthday, Rachel. And also another one of my friends, Q's, her birthday is today too. So happy birthday, Q. Okay, we got our last card. And okay. Bottom of the deck, we have exhaustion, depletion, drained, long journey. What's under that? Soulmates. Okay, so deep love, unity, and connection. Ooh. Oh, and under that is only you. Okay, and that is devoted, attached, and crave. Okay, collective. This love thing is exhausting you, huh? You feel a little tired and a little burnt out. Especially with the energy we have, someone is longing and someone is chasing. So I'm just gonna go right into it. First card we had out was twin flames. So mirroring, shared feelings, reflection. So if you are currently in a connection, or if you have been feeling this like strong, intense connection coming through, this is why, because with both the twin flame and the soulmates card coming out, you are in a connection with someone that you have a very strong, it's spiritual, but it's also physical connection, okay? So this is a connection where both parties feel each other's feelings, you feel each other's thoughts. Even when you don't think you are. You and that person are sharing in the energy. You are mirroring each other. This is why it can feel exhausting at times. Some people have a twin flame that is a physical manifested person. Some people it is an energetic person. Either way, it is a very strong connection. So you are in a very strong connection with someone. People do not always end up with their twin flame in the lifetimes that they meet them in. Sometimes you and your twin flame are just here to help each other grow, develop, become the best versions of yourselves, and then you end up actually marrying a soulmate, a high level soulmate. Or just being in a long-term relationship with a high-level soulmate. You don't always end up with your twin. Sometimes your twin comes in and it's more like a very, very strong kind of toxic connection, because again, the purpose of twin flames is not that you are a split soul and half of a person. You're both whole people. You're both entire energies on your own, and you're here to help each other to follow and find purpose in life and living in yourself, and then to complete that. And if you are willing to do the work on both sides of the spectrum, right, do the physical work and the spiritual work, then you two in this lifetime will come together, because you both were willing to dedicate time into really growing yourselves and becoming the best versions of yourselves through obstacles and triumphing over difficult situations. So I definitely feel like with exhaustion, soulmates, and only you, some of you guys are just tired. Okay, so twin flame relationships are intense. They are meant to be intense. They are meant to challenge you. They are meant to push you. They are meant to test your boundaries. They are meant to do all of this because, again, This person is calling your soul. This is not just you having a relationship with just a regular person. This is someone who's meant to call you into your greatest purpose here. They are here to trigger you, and that can be exhausting, especially if you feel like you've had a tough life and maybe you're in a place where you just don't feel like you want to do it. This is again why all twin flames don't always end up together. Sometimes you've just had so much that has happened to you in this lifetime that putting in the work for this dynamic and this connection is just even more exhausting. So it can be very exhausting. It can be it can be a struggle, but truthfully, it is worth it because you are going to be pushed to become the best version of yourself. This person and you may meet multiple times in the same lifetime, okay? And then sometimes you'll meet in several different lifetimes, but ultimately you will meet this person multiple times throughout your life. And every time you meet this person, they are going to push you to grow and to develop. It is intense. It is meant to be intense because it is your soul growing. Okay, they are meant to trigger you. They are going to pull out the parts of you that you are ignoring, the parts of you that you don't want to grow, the parts of you that you don't want to fix, and they're going to put them in your face. That's why it's mirroring. They are going to mirror back to you whatever you are insecure about, whatever you doubt in yourself, wherever those parts are, because they love you so much on the other side that they are literally sent here to call out of you the greatest version of yourself. So yes, it can be upsetting and it can trigger you because in our current position, we have pride. It's going to trigger you to go into your pride. Your ego is going to fight like heck. It is not going to want to give into this. It is not going to want to accept this because your ego is here to protect you. And it is genuinely a very good thing, but your ego is very 3D based, okay? It is not where you ultimately want to be because your ego will self-sabotage. So in the current place, you're facing your ego. You are truly facing your ego, and I know it for a fact. You're pushing back, you're fighting back. This is supposed to happen, but Spirit is asking you to really allow yourself to see that when you're pushing so hard against it, ask yourself why. Why am I fighting this? What about this is making me so frustrated and angry and upset that I feel the need that I have to push back so hard? And the reason I said that is because in the future you have intuition. So now this is where you tap into that 5D. So as I said, this is the relationship that's meant to do this. It's going to force you to tap into that intuition, that heart song, that telepathy, inner knowing. It's going to challenge you to trust in the things that you can't physically put your hands on, but things that you just happen to know. And you know these things because it is you being the most tapped into your truest self. And this is your future place. You are going into this space. So whether you want to or not, Spirit is challenging you, and I'm happy to see this coming through, okay? Because it gives me some really great insight on what is coming. Okay, split deck. We have the Chariot upright, and we have the Tower reverse. This is great energy, okay? Chariot is about forward movement. It's about control. It's self-determination. It is literally Spirit taking you to another level. These are both major arcana cards, which means these are Spirit-led cards. This is God talking to you saying, I am making this happen whether you want it to or not. You are moving into a new timeline. You're moving into a new space. You are maturing and growing and developing, even if you don't want to. And with the Tower reverse here, Tower upright is destruction, right? The Tower, that means everything is falling apart. When the Tower comes out reversed, especially with a card as powerful as this, it means God is moving you, and even though things may seem like they're falling apart, you're actually avoiding the disaster that it could be. So it could have been even worse than what it is, but God is actually moving you in a better way so that you don't end up with this horrible thing happening. Instead, you get something that's much more manageable and much easier because you're actually doing everything that you're supposed to do, even though you don't think you are. So right now, we may be in our ego space. You might be pushing back. You might be fighting this. You might be trying to no, I'm not doing this. I'm not going to listen. I'm not going to cooperate. Even that is part of the plan, right? But and it's so you can see and be triggered to grow and develop the way you're meant to. All right, let's get this advice card. I love this reading. Okay. Ooh, good card. Okay, we got the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands speaks to waiting for your ships to sail in. You've gone on the journey. You've done the work, you've built the relationships, you built the connections, you've done everything you could possibly do, and now everything that you've worked hard for is coming in. So I told you all of this is aligned